Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And a lot of you asked me if there's an updated Rich list. Here it is right here. And I see a lot of you say in the comments section, wow, Rich sounds really happy lately. Of course, I'm ecstatic because the price of XRP is finally moving. And I'm not just happy about the price of XRP moving. I'm happy that all of you are finally starting to make money on your investment. You know, we've been through the frustrating times together. And I always said, this is what this channel is all about. Helping you get to the finish line. And finally, it is happening. And I'm just happy that you're all finally making a lot of money on your investment. You know, I'm a working class guy too. I'm not rich. So I understand what it's like investing money into something and watching it go sideways for a long period of time. But we made it through it together. And that's what I'm very happy about. That we're all still together as XRP is pumping. And we're going to watch it hit some crazy numbers in the coming weeks. And it's going to be an even more exciting time. And then there's this from Pharaoh. But Joe Schmo said utility coins and XRP were dead. Why are they so silent now? Silence the noise. Utility coins have been the top earners in the past 30 days. And these cryptocurrencies right here are also ISO cryptocurrencies. They're going to be part of ISO 222 that goes live next year. I'm expecting utility to really start driving these cryptocurrencies. And, you know, as the price continues upward, we're going to talk about what's going on in the real world. Is utility driving the price of XRP yet? Is utility on the horizon? Because you don't want to sell as the price starts to come down, and then all of a sudden utility kicks in and drives the price of XRP even higher. Over the coming weeks, we're going to look at a lot of what's going on with the price of XRP. I even think RLUSD is going to bring a lot of value to XRP this coming week. Breaking news, Ripple rumored to be IPO listing on New York Stock Exchange in early 2025. Ripple has begun sounding investment banks and are considering capital structures and underwrite solutions. There is no stopping XRP. And I think it's going to come with Trump being in power. I like the way Trump coin worded this. Ripple's greatest weakness has always been its relationship with the U.S. government. With Trump soon to be in power, it has become their greatest strength. And, you know, with Trump, now I could see Ripple doing the IPO early 2025, possibly. I think Brad wasn't in a hurry because of what was going on with the SEC and Gary still being at the SEC. But with Gary gone, I think they will most likely take this path. And if that happens, a Ripple IPO can really drive up the price of XRP. But here's a fun fact. XRP holders, everything is coming true. Ripple seen running trials with NASDAQ, the second largest exchange, $20 trillion. XRP overnight will become the most demanded crypto in the world. Take a listen to this.
You know, this guy sells it to that guy. That's essentially, you know, what the stock exchange does. So if you can have a common ledger to be able to exchange those IOUs at, then that certainly makes sense. And there's examples of Korean banks partnering with local, Bitcoin companies for the settlement. People like the IMF or World Bank or these kind of people are always talking about these sort of blockchain settlement systems. NASDAQ is involved in I think doing some trials with Ripple as well. So
They're doing trials with Ripple. Take notice, he also said the IMF and the BIS. They've also been working with Ripple as well. All the pieces of the puzzle are getting put in place right now. Most people will tell you utility tokens like XRP and HBAR are dead. That's because most people have no idea about the 3 to 4 letter agencies that run the world. Do you see meme coin teams meeting with the elite cabal? No, you don't. Again, probably nothing, right? You know, Ripple has always had a seat at the table. Whenever they're talking about cross-border payments, Brad is always sitting at the table. That's because when they're talking about cross-border payments, they want to talk to the person that has the best solution out there, Ripple. And you cannot argue it because even Jamie Dimon knew early on. That's why JP Morgan and these other bankers tried to slow Ripple down. They were hoping Ripple lost to the SEC because once Ripple starts moving money, it moves it at a cheap price and very fast. It takes money out of the big banks' pockets. But I always said it, HBAR, XRP, XLM, the list goes on and on, Algo, QNT, they have all ties to the elites. You are invested in what the elites are investing in. Ripple Labs, Inc. is shareholder of SBI Remit Company, Ltd., with 13.71%. You know who else is invested in SBI? Rothschild. SBI plus Rothschild equals XRP. Again, ties to the elites. I think the elites knew early on that XRP was the chosen one. That's why Ripple always has a seat at the table, because of the ties it has with the World Economic Forum, the BIS, the IMF, the World Bank, the UN. And these are the cryptocurrencies that you're invested in. What do you think is going to happen? You are invested in the future, and you're an early investor in it. The institutions have not even gotten here yet. This is how you get to generational wealth. Ripple is working on a new version of Codius, the smart contract hosting protocol. Historically, Ethereum has set the bar for smart contracts, but with the revival of Codius, XRP could get the long overdue boost to catch up with Ethereum or even outgrow it. The reason that Ripple abandoned Codius in the past, because of this right here. This is what David Schwartz said back in 2020. We were right that adding smart contracts makes a platform worse for payments, and we were right that it would introduce fee instability, performance issues, and have lots of attacks surface. So that's how David felt about smart contracts. He figured it would push up the price of payments. And that's all Ripple was focused on back then, cross-border payments. Let's fast forward to 2023. Here's David Schwartz talking about smart contracts and hooks.
Complementing that, of course, is hooks, which I talked a tiny bit about before. This is some work done by XRP Labs and Wietse Nguyen's team. Hooks is a bespoke, light, smart contract solution for the XRP ledger, complementary to the EVM sidechain. One of the things I like the most about Hooks is that it is built in sort of the XRP ledger spirit. The XRP ledger, when it was developed, we could have just adopted everything Bitcoin did and been another sort of clone of Bitcoin, but we didn't. We rethought things from the ground up. We thought about decentralization. We thought about performance. We thought about making something that's sort of light. And Hooks definitely embodies that spirit. As I mentioned during my Apex keynote last year, we at Ripple are very much in support of Wietse's efforts. It's very, very cool landmark. Just recently, it passed a comprehensive security audit this year. That is extremely difficult to do for a feature this complicated. So that's, as someone who's written features of, complex features, that have to pass third-party security audits. That's a very, very difficult thing to do and a very significant accomplishment and absolutely essential to risk large amounts of value. So yeah, that's a huge. Now, you can't do everything that you could do in an EVM platform with hooks, but you can do a very significant fraction of important use cases, and that's only going to grow over time. And there are a lot of downsides of sort of a Turing complete or EVM compatible sidechain that you don't have with hooks. If you think about like the way Ethereum itself works, everything about it is built to support smart contracts. There's an enormous number of trade-offs in terms of confirmation time and fees and stability and resource consumption that you have to make to support a smart contract implementation that heavy. The trade-off is that you can support very, very complicated functionality. Hooks draws a different trade-off. You can't do literally everything that you could do, but all of the important, interesting things I think you will be able to do. And in exchange, you won't have that unpredictability with fees, the resource consumption. So fantastic.
So hooks solve the problem with the fees, and it allows you to build the important things. But I want to point out that this happened, David Schwartz was talking about this in September of 2023. Now, in August of 2023, this happened. Ripple integration with ISDA ushers in $1.2 quadrillion market. Can XRP breach $100? This has to do with derivatives. So here's what I think happened. They wanted to always tackle the derivatives market. That was one of the first things that Brad wanted to do, was take over the derivatives market. But the one thing that they were missing was the smart contracts. Codius was supposed to fit that need. But since then, they came up with a better way through hooks to not only have smart contracts, but they have smart contracts now that don't change anything about cross-border payments, and they could still tackle the derivatives market. That's how big this actually is. And this was always end game for Ripple. And here's Brad talking about how XRP was the second most valuable asset. Take a listen.
Before the SEC got involved in the crypto markets, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset, ahead of ETH. What's affecting the price of XRP has been the SEC. And then the SEC got involved and said, hey, we think ETH is probably okay, and ETH went up. And then they sued Ripple, and XRP went down. You know, this is not how our government is supposed to work. We're supposed to have a level playing field and have equal opportunity. We shouldn't have our government picking winners and losers in this regard. We think in the long run we'll prevail, and that'll sort itself out. But for now, it's frustrating for the community, and I liked the way you characterized it, for the XRP family.
I had to let Brad say XRP family once again. But imagine, everybody thinks right now XRP is going to flip Ethereum in this current run. It happened back in 2018. But what if XRP flips Ethereum but doesn't ever lose that number 2 spot again? Because that can happen now because of smart contracts coming to the XRP ledger. Plus, I don't think Ripple's market cap, XRP's market cap, is going to go down. If anything, through utility, the market cap would just continue to rise from here. And I think utility is only a few short months away. Early utility can be RLUSD going live this coming week. But after that, we have Japan wanting to utilize XRP and RippleNet inside of their banking system. India also pushing ahead with XRP in their banking system. Same thing with Brazil. And then now, all of a sudden, the United States gets crypto regulations, and we start to get institutional adoption here in the United States for XRP as well. That's how fast this can turn around. It's the same way we watched the price of XRP turn around very quick ever since Trump won the election. And I think it's because the market was waiting for something to change. The market was holding XRP down because you had a corrupt SEC chair, Gary Gensler, you had anti-crypto politicians, and finally, now the market says, hey, we got pro-crypto Congress, we got a pro-crypto chair coming to the SEC, everything looks great going forward, and XRP starts to move because of that. Because now, this is going to all open up the doors for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. It's going to benefit utility-driven cryptocurrencies more than any other cryptocurrency out there. Bitcoin is not going to gain momentum off of this because Bitcoin runs on hype. It runs on a belief system, and it runs on propped up Tether. And I really don't think Tether has a future in the United States. Not with this new administration that's coming. Tether made it with the current administration. All these crooked bastards that have been holding back innovation, holding back crypto, pushing ahead, enriching themselves through money laundering. Now, all of a sudden, we have all these pro-crypto politicians coming in. And once the money leaves Bitcoin, the belief will leave with it. Once you have something that runs on real value, all the smart money's going to real value. It's the same reason that a lot of people will never touch crypto because they believe it's magical internet money. But those same people will invest in gold every single chance they get because they see gold as real value. Same thing's going to happen with XRP. They're going to be like, okay, well, this cryptocurrency is solving a real world problem. Institutions love this cryptocurrency. This is where I need to park my money. Nothing fake is propping it up. It also passes all the regulations. There's no questions about this cryptocurrency at all. Nothing is holding it back. And the money will flow in like never before. But until it all happens, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.